Recap Daily presents Joker movie. So let's begin. The story begins in the fictional city of Gotham, where a Joker named Arthur is shown on the street. He is advertising a company, then some children run away with his advertisement board. Arthur follows them. He catches the kids, but those kids break his board and at the same time beat him badly. Actually, the situation in Gotham City is very bad. People here have no job, no money, no food to eat, and the crime rate of this city is also high. After this, Arthur is shown who goes to a psychiatrist, where he is laughing out loud. Actually, he has neurological disorder. This disease is called psychotically delusional, where man maintains a different world in his mind, and sometimes the patient can't differentiate between the real world and the world of his mind. Arthur is at the first stage of this disease. In this disease, a person is not always able to express as he is feeling. That's why whenever Arthur is in tension, he starts laughing out loud. That's why he's laughing. He tells the doctor that he wanted to become a stand-up comedian. But Gotham City, which has become a world of crime, it is not so easy to make anything here. He shows the doctor his diary, in which he writes, "I hope the cost of my death is more than my life." After meeting the doctor, Arthur returns to his house, where he lives with his mother. His mother once used to work for the mayor of this city, whose name is Thomas Wayne, who is a billionaire. But now they don't even have a job. Arthur goes to work the next day. His colleague says that, "I heard someone hit you." Arthur says that they were children. His colleague says, "You have to protect yourself in Gotham City." That's why he gives her the gun. Although Arthur does not want to take the gun, but his colleague explains to him that it is needed by everyone in Gotham town. Although Arthur takes the gun, but he is very innocent inside. He never wants to harm anyone. After this, Arthur goes to a children's hospital as a Joker. And while he's laughing at the kids, the gun falls out of his pocket, which is seen by the child and the hospital staff. After this, when Arthur calls his boss, he scolds Arthur a lot. He says, "Why did you go to the hospital with guns in front of the kids?"
Arthur tells to save his job, that it was a part of my act. His boss says, "What kind of Joker are you, who acts in front of kids by showing a gun?" Also, he says that your colleague told me that you bought a gun from him last week.
In fact, the man who worked with Arthur had forced this gun to him. He has lied to the boss that Arthur bought this gun from him, so he is fired. Arthur, in grief and frustration, leaves for his house in the Joker's getup. And when he is on the train, there are three boys teasing a girl. Arthur gets very angry seeing them, so he starts laughing out loud, because he cannot present his emotions properly. The girl who is sitting there, she gets up from there and leaves, and after that the three boys come to Arthur. They say, "We didn't tell any joke." Arthur tries to convince them that I have a medical problem, but they don't want to listen to him. So he starts beating Arthur in a bad way.
And this is the moment when Arthur's patience is broken with the gun he has. He shoots two boys, and the third boy tries to run away after the train stops.
But Arthur follows her and kills her too. After killing these three, Arthur's mind becomes completely numbness. He runs to a public washroom, where he starts dancing. That is, he is completely lost in the world of his delusion. Arthur, whose heart is as innocent as a child, who can never harm anyone, who is struggling with his illness. The city of Gotham and the crime here has made him a criminal today. Arthur goes from here to his neighbor named Sophie, who is a single mother, whom he likes, and she talks to him well. And now he also gets physically close to her. The next day, the city's mayor Thomas Wayne is interviewed on TV. And he is asked about the three murders that Arthur committed. Because all three of them worked in Thomas Wayne's company, Thomas says he was a wonderful person. A strange wave has arisen in Gotham City in which all the poor people have turned against the rich. That's why many people of Gotham City are supporting the Joker, who did three murders, instead of condemning him. The next day, Arthur goes to meet his psychiatrist,
which tells him that the government has completely stopped funding our work, so this is our last meeting.
The people here, the government has no need for people like you, nor do people like me. This hurts Arthur because he will no longer be able to get the medicine for his brain.
Arthur goes from here to a stand-up comedian show, where his neighbor Sophie also comes to watch the show.
Due to tension, Arthur starts laughing here, which he cannot control, and his entire show gets spoiled.
Arthur goes out with Sophie, only then sees the news in the newspaper where the Joker is being praised all over. Sophie tells Arthur that whatever Joker did was absolutely right. All three were bastards, but there are several thousand left in this Gotham City like those three.
Here Arthur sees that people have now started wearing a Joker's mask, which is kind of a clear sign that people are supporting Joker. After this, Arthur comes home. He sees that his mom has kept some letters on the table to post. And one of these letters is also for the mayor of this city, Thomas Wayne. Arthur hides from his mom and starts reading the letter, from which he learns that his mom and Thomas Wayne once had an affair. She used to work in his company and Arthur is his illegitimate son. Arthur's mom tells him that when I used to work in his house, we used to love each other.
But they come from very high strata of the society and we are from very low strata, so our union is completely impossible. We both parted. I have never told this to anyone because what do people say about us?
Arthur understands this and goes to Thomas Wayne's house to meet him, where he meets Bruce Wayne, the son of Thomas Wayne, who will become Batman in the coming time. Arthur makes Bruce laugh like a Joker, plays with him, but then here comes his butler Alfred, which tells Arthur to stay away from Bruce Wayne. Arthur says that I am the son of Penny Fleck, who once used to work here. I know what was between him and Thomas Wayne. I am his son. Hearing this, Alfred gets angry. He says your mother's mental condition was not good, it was all an illusion in his mind. She used to think about anything with her mind. The thought that convinced his mind that Thomas Wayne loved him. Arthur gets angry hearing all this. He grabs Alfred's throat, but the very next moment he leaves her and runs away from this place. When he comes home, he sees that there is an ambulance at his house. Actually, his mom has had a heart attack. He goes to the hospital with his mom, and when he is sitting outside the hospital, two policemen come there, who interrogates Arthur about the 3 murders in the train, which the Joker did. Arthur flatly refuses. He says I don't know anything about this. Arthur learns here that the policeman asked the same question to his mother, due to which he had a heart attack. Arthur gets angry here and goes inside the hospital, where her neighbor Sophie also comes to see her mom. That's when a famous talk show comes on TV, which is hosted by Franklin, a popular comedian. The one whom Arthur likes since childhood, is his big fan. Here Franklin shows the chips of Arthur's show in which he could not perform well. He was laughing, and he makes fun of Arthur. Arthur feels sad to see this. He doesn't like seeing this at all. When Arthur goes out, he sees that the situation in the city is very bad. The section of Gotham City that is below the poverty line, they are against Thomas Wayne and the rich like him, and all these people have warned the Jokers get up here, because they are supporting the Joker. Everyone is very much impressed by the way the Joker killed 3 rich people in the train. Arthur goes inside a private theater where he meets Thomas Wayne. He tells them that he is their son. His mom's name is Penny, who once worked for you. Thomas Wayne tells her that your mom was not feeling well. The love story between me and him is just a story in his mind. If you want to know the whole truth, then go to the hospital where he was being treated. Arthur does not want to believe him. He says I don't want anything from you, just want to hug you, I want your love. This angers Thomas Wayne and he leaves after hitting him with 1 punch. And now Arthur goes to the hospital to know the whole truth, where his mother was undergoing treatment. From there he steals his mom's file, revealing that his mom's mental state was not good. She also had a boyfriend who used to torture her mom a lot. He was later arrested and died in jail at the same time. He also learns that his mother had adopted him. His mother's mental condition was not good. That's why she used to torture Arthur a lot in her childhood. Arthur was once found in a very serious condition by the police. He was tied up, he had bruises all over his body and a severe head injury. Arthur, after knowing all this, breaks down completely. In grief and trouble, he goes to his neighbor Sophie, whom he loves. Sophie is completely shocked to see him inside her house. She asks, "What are you doing inside my house?" Here we learn that Sophie never met Arthur, she never loved him. It was all a product of Arthur's brain. He had convinced himself that Sophie loved him. Sophie kicks him out of her house and now Arthur is completely broken, his mental state is completely broken. He goes to the hospital and kills his mom Penny by pressing his face with a pillow. After that he returns home. The next morning it is shown that the Arthur is getting ready.
Actually today he has to go to that live talk show where last time Franklin made people laugh by showing her clips. That show became very famous, that's why Arthur himself has been invited today.
Now that he is getting ready, he comes to meet two people working together. One of these is also the one who gave Arthur the gun, and later lied to the boss that Arthur has bought the gun from him. Arthur kills the man. While he leaves his other partner, he says that you always talk to me. Well, Arthur is now completely in the Joker's getup and he is dancing and singing and walking down the stairs. Just then two cops come upstairs, who had also come earlier to investigate him. They ask him to stop, but he runs away. Those two cops follow him. Arthur now goes inside the train where the policemen also come, but the policemen see that all the pissingers inside the train have worn the Joker's getup. Because there is a protest going on in the city. Everyone follows the Joker, so everyone is wearing a Joker's mask. When the cops chase the people back, a protester is shot, which enrages all the protesters. And he attacks the policeman. Seeing the opportunity, Arthur leaves from here. And arrives at Franklin's show. He tells her to introduce me in the name of a Joker.
This is what happens after the show starts. Arthur introduces himself as a Joker. He dances, sings, makes people laugh.
But after this he tells that the 3 murders that happened inside the train in the subway were done by me. If in his place, I would have been murdered there, no one would have even talked about it. Today those 3 murderers are being talked about because they used to come from all 3 upper classes. He used to work in Thomas Wayne's company.
Thomas came on TV and said about him, cried for him, so today it has become an issue.
And you too are one of those people.
You made fun of me by playing my tape on the last show, and when the show became a hit, you invited me here for your own benefit.
Franklin blames Arthur here. He says riots are happening in the city because of you. 3 people died.
2 cops were beaten up very badly in the subway. He is in the ICU. Arthur says you don't know when a person who is mentally ill, society completely rejects him, leaves him, makes fun of him. How does he feel? Franklin gets very angry at Arthur's words.
He says call the police. Arthur kills him by shooting him in the head. After this it is seen that Arthur is being taken from here by a police car. But then the Protestants who follow the Joker end up hitting a police car with an ambulance. Due to which the police car overturns. He lets Arthur out, and after this Arthur stands on top of the car and dances with his Joker. And everyone standing below is pressing him. That means the Joker has now become the hero of Gotham City. Their Gotham City, where riots are going on all around. In this environment, Thomas Wayne wants to reach his home by any means with his wife and his son Bruce. Just then a protester comes in front of them and shoots Thomas Wayne and his wife. Both of them die. And Bruce Wayne becomes orphaned. At the end we are shown that Arthur is laughing out loud. He is in a mental hospital. In front of him is his psychiatrists. She asks Arthur, why are you laughing? Arthur says, I remembered a joke, but you will not understand it. Arthur is then shown walking out of the hospital with blood on his leg. That is, he killed the psychiatrist and now he is free. Joker is a character who is very famous in Batman series, and in this story we were told that a common man who suffers from mental disorder. How did he become a dreaded murderer?